Hello everybody, welcome to another video sporking of a black and white comic from the 1980s provided to us by the Limepopsicle.
Can I just tell them a little bit about this comic, a short thing?
Go ahead.
Okay, this is the first comic that was published by the Miller Publishing Company. Now, when they started, they were called Mature Magic Publications. They're my favorite amateur black and white publishing company from the 80s and early 90s. They were based in Waseca, Illinois, which I think is a really small town in Illinois. And basically, this guy named Billy G. Miller, he ran the company, he self-published the comics, and they highlighted comics by some new talents and some old talents, and some of them were quite good, but some of them were really, really amateur and very funny and kind of bad. And I'd say the worst ones, or maybe best if you like bad comics, right, are the ones by Billy G. Miller's son, whose name was Bill W. Miller. And we're going to be reading, like I said, the first comic published by them, and it is written by Bill W. Miller. And he let his son write quite a few comics for the company, obviously, because I guess it's his son and he always wanted to get into comics. And this masterpiece that we're reading, called Jontar, was quite legendary at the time because there were so many spelling mistakes and things in it that people sent dictionaries to Bill W. Miller, hoping that he'd read them and use them when he did future issues. This comic lasted for 4 issues, and then it came back again in 1990, called Jontar Returns, and lasted for another 5 issues. And even 10 years after that, Bill W. Miller was trying to make it into a movie with a small production company that never got off the ground. So without further ado, let's start off the first issue of the Jontar epic.
All right. I'm looking at this front page here, and this main character, I assume, is Jontar. He looks really weird to me. His face is... It's a derp face. Look at it.
It looks more like a herder face. I gotta ask, though, is that Spock up in the top left corner?
I thought...
No, that is the Master Elf Keeper.
Oh,
and
I
he's
thought...
a character in the comic.
I thought that was Jontar, too. They look...
Yeah, they have the same head.
It's
And
just a
notice that
different hair.
Do you notice that they put the trademark TM beside the Master Elf Keeper's face?
Yeah, what is that supposed to mean?
Well, in the first issues published by the Miller Publishing Company, Mature Magic, they used that Elf Keeper as their mascot, and it's on the cover of all their early issues, although his face changes quite a bit in the second issue. Because they changed artists a lot. The artist on this one, Tony Lorenz, I believe he only drew this one issue.
Well, that's gotta be embarrassing.
So you see it says issue number 1 from Mature Magic, and $1.75 for Dead Elves and a Streetwise Barbarian.
Wow.
So that's got to bring you in, if you want to read about Dead Elves and a Streetwise Barbarian, right?
Alright. You have anything to point out about the title picture?
Me?
Yeah.
Not really, except this, in general, though, this comic is a little bigger than most comics are, and the paper that it's printed on is rougher and a little harder. Just as a matter of interest. It's almost like construction paper in a way.
He's got a pretty chunky and disproportional body.
Also, that motorcycle there, the perspective here would lead you to believe that motorcycle is enormous. Right?
Yeah, it's about like twice as tall as the cop on the same, roughly the same distance on the other side.
Yeah.
That's right. Go ahead.
I don't really have anything to say.
The motorcycle actually plays a big role in the series.
It's put a lot more effort into it than Joyce Lorraine, though. I at least see some 2-point perspective in this picture.
That's true.
I don't see 2-point perspective. It looks
Or
like
actually 1 point, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only 1 point.
Okay, let's go. So that's the front cover.
Can we please skip the publisher's policy?
Oh no, I wanted to read all those too.
Okay.
Because I really enjoy those, believe it or not. So go ahead, Bill.
All right. The publisher's policy. Any graphic literature published under the authorized trademark of Mature Magic shall contain entertaining, intriguing, and involving stories not offensive to young or old, but acceptable for both. Sounds thrilling already. The publisher further states that a strict delivery schedule will be maintained and most orders will be shipped the day following receipt of order. Delivery is guaranteed. Our aim to please cooperate with our distributors and provide our readers a respectable and entertaining publication. Jontar, Volume 1, Number 1, February 1986. Published quarterly by Mature Magic. Billy G. Miller, 602 North Jefferson, Watseka,
I think it's Watseka.
Illinois, 60970. Editorial story copyright 1985. Bill W. Miller. Artwork copyright 1985. Tony Lorenz. Reproductions prohibited except for review purposes. The publisher is not responsible for unsolicited materials. Printed in the United States of America. Okay, so the guy, the comic publisher's son, he only wrote this story for Jontar, and they hired someone else to do the artwork.
That's right.
So we can't even give him credit for the somewhat decent art in this.
Oh no, not at all. He doesn't. He just writes. Bill W. Miller.
Well, let's see what a great writer he is. The rooftop assassin has the penthouse across the street in his sight.
Now we can see the penthouse there through a telescope or something.
Are you stranded up here? Perhaps I can help. Blam! Whatever it was, the assassin just got rid of it. And he falls in the trash. The Killing of Elves by Tony Lorenz. For Bill W. Miller.
I think that's supposed to be an and sign, but it looks like a 4, though. Backwards 4.
So, already I have no idea what's supposed to be going on here.
Yes, I will have to explain this because it's a little confusing. So what we have here is an assassin is looking at a penthouse on a rooftop, okay? So he's standing on a rooftop looking at a penthouse through a telescope or something.
It's actually the scope of his pistol.
Oh, okay. All right. Were you there?
You can see in the Blam panel, you can see the scope on his pistol.
Geez, I wouldn't even have noticed that. That's a good thing you're here. Okay, so that's right. He's looking at it, and now what's he doing? We don't know, right? But suddenly an elf appears out of nowhere on the rooftop, and he sees the assassin, and he wonders if the assassin needs help because he's on a rooftop, which is really weird that an elf would suddenly appear and think that the guy's in trouble. I mean, he's dressed in this strange costume, the assassin, right? Would an elf really be that stupid to get involved in this, right?
May I be of service, good sir?
Yeah, that's basically it. He's just trying to do his good deed for the day, right? And the assassin, he gets right in the line of the assassin's fire because the assassin's trying to shoot someone else.
Wait, that would mean the elf appeared on another building. wouldn't it?
Hey, that's a good point. Now that is I think a problem with the story already, is that he's saying, "Do you need help?" So either he's where the penthouse is, and he's saying it from the other building. But why would he appear on the other building right in front of his gun? I don't know why. I guess he really is a stupid elf, right? Or he just, for some reason, teleported from that building to the other one just in time to get shot. But that's what happened, and then the elf fell into a garbage can. Only from reading this over a few times do I understand the story.
And blam is a really lame onomatopoeia for a pistol shot.
Yeah, I would think it'd be more like a pew.
Okay, so I'm ready for the next page.
What came over me to shoot? I was just seeing things. Hey, someone on that other building just hit my target. It's one of my employer's watchdog. They also have orders to kill me if I fail.
Okay, so
this is still confusing.
okay, well, that's another assassin. All right, on the other building, and he shot the guy that assassin was paid to kill. You know what I mean?
So this assassin was trying to shoot the elf that just appeared?
No. The elf just got in the way. He just appeared there. Nobody knew an elf was going to appear. And nobody knows that elves exist.
Elves out of fucking nowhere.
Right. They're trying to do a hit, basically, on somebody that lives at the penthouse. And, like a mafia type thing. And the employer didn't trust this guy to pull off the job well enough, so they hired a second assassin to be on the other building to get him in case he failed. So you see when he says they have orders to kill me if I fail, well, he's in danger now because he did fail. He hit an elf instead.
Wait, oh, I thought... No, I thought that was still the second assassin saying that.
No, that's the first
he'll be killed if he fails. How can you tell them apart?
I just know. Because the other guy doesn't have any lines, I don't think.
This is fucking ridiculous. I didn't know that was the elf that got killed. I thought it was the,
Oh, wait, this is the guy that shot the elf accidentally, and the second guy just appeared to shoot his real target?
Exactly.
Oh, this is the same assassin. Okay.
But he said someone on the other building just hit my target, but his target wasn't the elf.
That's right. His target was just a normal human being that lives in the penthouse.
Is that the person that fell in the garbage can?
No, that's the elf.
Oh my gosh.
You can see already how convoluted the story is, right? And how confusing it is, right?
And now, well, it looks like the quality of the art kind of got flushed down the toilet a little. I mean, look at how, I don't know, the buildings look a little weird to me.
I was thinking the buildings look probably better than anything else in the entire comic.
In the second go-round, the story makes more sense when he retells it in the second series, because he got a little bit better, but not much better. Better than this, though. This is the most amateur Jontar comic, the first one.
Can we turn the page already?
Sure.
All right.